Hello again. And in this video, we're going to have a little fun and get a little bit crazy because I want to put fun, F-U-N, back in funeral. This is going to be an interesting video to say the least because I'm going to talk about all the crazy and unconventional ways you can be buried. But let me begin with a personal story. I have a close friend and I'm responsible for all of his funeral arrangements. And they are as follows. We will fly all the friends and family to Key West. We will take his remains, mix them up with a bottle of Bacardi 8, his favorite rum, and head on out to the Florida Straits, where he will be respectfully buried at sea. More important, we will then return to the schooner wharf in Key West for a memorial roast service. A great time will be had by all. Okay, now remember, I told you this video was going to be a little bit crazy. And I'm sure you're all interested in the EPA regulation about burying remains at sea. Yes, there is a regulation, and it can be found in the Code of Federal Regulations, Title 40, Volume 12, Parts 190 through 259, in the revised version as of July 1996. It lines up all the rules. But let me tell you how I interpreted the rules. Back in the 80s, my brother Peter passed away out in San Francisco. And I was severely reprimanded by the funeral director when I suggested that I might take my brother's remains and spread them out on his favorite beach. He went apoplectic and said absolutely positively against all the federal regulations, laws of the state of California, etc., etc. I thanked him profusely for pointing out my egregious error. Then what do you think I did? I proceeded directly to Land's End Beach in San Francisco, fulfilled my brother's wishes, and even kept a rock as a memento. And I feel just as strongly now about that now as I did back then. State of California, you can kiss my, well, you know how it goes. Here's a creative one. The good folks at Great Burial Reef and EternalReefs.com have an interesting option. They'll take your cremated remains, mix them up with a little cement, form a stylistic urn, and lower you down in the sea, and you become part of a reef. A permanent legacy for you and the fish in a warm and cozy place. Want to get a little bit more bizarre? How about we launch your remains off into space? You might want to check out Celestis.com. That's CELESTIS.com. We'll take some of your remains, fit them into a capsule about the size of a lipstick container, and shoot you off into space with some of your close friends. Now, you have a choice. You can go in Earth orbit, lunar orbit, or even off out into deep space, where you will remain forever as part of mankind. Friends and family can even track your orbit location online. Isn't that great? Oh, there goes Uncle Louie now. Ding, 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 going overhead. For the patriots in the group, let's talk about HeavensAboveFireworks.com. This group will incorporate your remains into some unique firework materials and make you and part of your remains part of a super fireworks show. Ah, there goes Aunt Mary. What a great show. Talk about a special send-off for 4th of July. Whew, what a way to go out. Particularly effective if you want to go out, boom, with a bang. The Big Chill. I've been reading up a little bit about cryogenics, and I'm a little cool on the idea. Freeze your body in liquid nitrogen and wait until they have a cure for cancer or AIDS or whatever your ailment is. It's a possibility, but I'll tell you what, it's not cheap. These projects cost anywhere up to $100,000. But here's my worry. By the time they find a cure for cancer, everyone's going to look around and say, "Where's Tim? Where did Tim go?" With my luck, the freezer accidentally defrosted and I literally went down the drain. At least with a space shot, you can track me overhead. Whether you want your funeral to be traditional or unique, it's clearly your choice. You know what? It can be solemn or it can be fun. Here's the hot tip. You need to let others know exactly what you want to do. By the way, you can get a casket at Costco, item number 532684. And just think what's going to happen when you're going through the line. It might get a little tough. There you are with your 2-gallon jugs of shampoo, your 6-pack of spaghetti sauce, and a coffin. Well, it's all about putting FUN back in funeral.